Yo. Yo.
Hello race fans, welcome to Key West for the final of 9 races here in Key West. This is the final event for 2007 and the final race for all the boats here in Key West at the 2007 World Championships by Superboat International as well as APBA UIM. It's been a great year and a great week of racing here in Key West. We've crowned several champions in other classes already. We only have 3 more classes to crown champions in. Freeze Frame Video proud to be part of the racing action here in Key West. Big congratulations go out to Mikasuki Indian Gaming, who took the World Championship in Super V class, as well as Team Motley Crue from New Jersey for their Super Cat Light victory. Extreme Vortex took the Super V Limited World Crown. TNT Racing of Gary Ballou and Paul Whittier won the Superboat Stock class. AMF Offshore Racing with Trent Wyatt and Scott Brown took the Factory 1 World Championship. This Syntron Liquid Energy was the winner of Manufacturer 1 class. What's Up Racing from New Jersey was the world champion in P2. You're in Command Dragon Racing was your world champion in P3. Simmons Racing took another championship in the P4 class, and the world champions in P5 were the Crazy Chicken team. Freeze Frame Video would like to congratulate all of those teams for their championships and a hard-fought year in 2007. It's great to be back together here again in Key West, Florida. Superboat International has put together an extravaganza of a week of racing and parties for all the racers here in Key West. see a lot of footage from Sunday afternoon's parade before the racing all started this week. All the boats heading down Duval Street. Big surprise for everyone and a huge event was the Budweiser Clydesdales were in attendance. Budweiser, 3 tractor trailers housed the Budweiser Clydesdales. They sent them down here for the parade. There you see the White Lightning 38-foot activator paceboat. Paceboat #1 for this week-long event here in Key West. White Lightning based out of New York. We're going to show you a safety demonstration brought to you by AMF Offshore Racing. One of the off days here in Key West. AMF Offshore Racing and the Offshore Angels demonstrating the techniques they use to keep all the racers safe here in Key West, as well as showcasing all of the safety aspects and AMF's new safety boat, 30-foot Cougar Rib Inflatable. All of the safety divers do a great job in making all the racers feel safer. Special thanks to David D. Petrillo for orchestrating much of the rescue and rescue teams here in Key West. There you see AMF Offshore Racing, Miss Geico, and their new safety boat as the safety crew demonstrates how they would bring a injured racer on board on the backboard there. There is the AMF Miss Geico safety chopper keeping a watchful eye above. Great advertising opportunities all week long here in Key West. Syntron Liquid Energy taking full advantage of that. There's a new team to SBI this season, number 10. That is the Aquamania G3 offshore race team with the former Budweiser Select race boat Bacardi Silver, 46-foot skater Rick Marola and Greg Grusin from Canada aboard. Team CRC from Washington State in attendance here. Mike DeFries and Jeff Harris aboard Team CRC in the Superboat Unlimited class. There you see reliable carriers all taped up after their accident earlier in the week here. There is J.D. Byrider, number 45, your national champions for 2007 in the Offshore Pro Series. Big congratulations to Tony Marcantonio and Mark Kowalski, as well as sponsors J.D. Byrider. Budweiser Select, owned and driven by David Scott, took 2 victories already this week, put on a great show. The big 1550 Sterling's running flawlessly all week long. John Tomlinson on the throttles of this big 50-foot Mystic Cat. There is Team Warpaint, freshly back from a makeover. Special thanks to Jim Dyke and everyone from Kurtz Marine for all the hard work on these. Team AMF Offshore Racing, TNT Custom Marine, number S9, world champions in the Superboat stock class. Congratulations to Gary Ballou and Paul Whittier and everyone from GB Racing. Another world championship for the S9 TNT Custom Marine. Here is AMF Offshore Racing F152, also sponsored by RSDSupport.com. Al Chelsea and Pete Morrell brought the F152 to a second place finish this week. Team Still Got It, the national champions for 2007. Actually, those 2 boats had a bit of a collision this week between Still Got It and AMF Offshore Addiction. No one was hurt. Everyone came out okay. Team Still Got It put together a great week of finishes to finish up in 3rd place in the P3 class. Your 2007 champions. There is the 113 of Miss Geico. There's the other 113 of Miss Geico, the MTI and the Platinum. The Miss Geico team put together a string of finishes to win the World Championship in Destin, Florida in the Turbine Extreme class. In that Platinum there, all tilted up on the show trailer. This week, Miss Geico running the MTI here in Key West with the big Turbine Marine turbine engines. Special thanks to team owner John Hagan for everything he does to support offshore racing. There you see it right there in print. United We Race. John Hagen and AMF Offshore Racing. That is a custom printed banner by Freeze Frame Video showing every boat racing in 2007. It was an awesome year for everyone, and if anyone would like custom printed banners, Freeze Frame Video can fill all your needs. Here's the former Miss Budweiser Unlimited Class hydroplane on display here by Miss Geico and AMF Offshore Racing in the pit area. Gecko keeping a watchful eye over all things Geico in the AMF pit area. There you see Amsoil taking third place overall this week in the Cat Light class, but winning the World Championships at the OSS races in Destin the previous week. Number 17 finishing second place this week in Key West. AMF Offshore Racing Levy Craft, also sponsored by Full Throttle Energy Drink and AAA of Southern California. There is one of the contenders in this final day of racing in the Super Cat 750 class, BTM Marine, in their 40-foot MTI Sterling Power and Mercury number 6 drives. There you see Big Scott Begovich, the throttle man for Ms. Geico. WHM Motorsports making a cameo appearance here in Key West. Billy Moff and Jay Muller in this 40-foot skater running the 850 boat in the Unlimited class. Mercury Racing 850 SCI's power this 40-foot skater. Nichols Offshore back in action again. New owner Paul Boudreau will be at the wheel with William Moore. These guys had several strong runs this week in contention for the World Championships here in Key West. There is Bermuda Barracuda, local sponsor, Rusty Anchor Seafood here in Key West. Dennis Berry and Krish Marshall finishing strong in the Cat Outboard class. There's Learning the Ropes back in action here in Key West. We are airborne now over Key West Harbor for the finals, the final day of racing in Key West Harbor. You see the Unlimited class boats heading out of the harbor already. We are lining up with the Cat 750 boats getting ready to go for their start. A battle will ensue as Reliable Carriers is already out of action this week, but a three-way battle for the World Championships between BTM Marine, Nichols Offshore, and JD Byrider. Boats lining up, waiting for the pace boat to get moving right here. The pace boat fires up, puts the yellow flag up. Now the four boats here, Warpaint, BTM, JD, Byrider, and Nichols Offshore will line up and look for the green flag. By boats dicing for position as the pace boat comes up to speed. The Poker Runs America 47-foot fountain lining up. The yellow flag is up. The boats line up. Warpaint out to a little bit of a head start here. The yellow flag is still up. The boats are waiting for the green flag at this point. There is the green flag right now. Warpaint with a decided little jump on the rest of the fleet. But the real battle is between BTM Marine, JD Byrider, Nichols Offshore, all vying for the World Championships of 2007 here in Key West, Florida. Warpaint led briefly as BTM Marine jumps out to an early advantage. JD Byrider in tow, Nichols on the outside. Bob Vesper and Ron Roman in Warpaint. William Moore and Paul Boudreau in Nichols. JD Byrider has Mark Kowalski and Tony Marcantonio, and Mike Siebold and Ben Robertson aboard BTM Marine. Battling it out, heading towards turn one. As we said, the second day of racing saw Reliable Carriers leading towards turn one, yet flipping the boat in the first corner on the first lap, leaving BTM, JD Byrider, and Nichols Offshore to battle for the World Championship. Congratulations to JD Byrider, who was able to secure the national championship for 2007 by winning on the first day of racing of Wednesday. Heading into turn one, BTM and JD Byrider. BTM backs off and allows JD Byrider to pull out a lead. On board Warpaint at the start of the race. A great start for Team Warpaint in their newly remodeled 40-foot Apache Maelstrom Cat powered by Bandit Racing engines. Ron Roman and Bob Vesper aboard Team Warpaint out front early on. There you see the Super Cats rounding turn 1 here in Key West Harbor onto the back leg. Super Cat 750 class, Warpaint, JD Byrider, Nichols Offshore, and BTM Marine. Great start for Team Warpaint at the beginning of the finals here in Key West. Go on board with BTM Marine right here at the green flag. BTM Marine out very early here in the lead right now in its Super Cat 750 class. Mike Siebold and Ben Robertson's aboard Bill Mazzoni's BTM Marine. Go on board with Nichols Offshore right now. Rookie driver Paul Boudreau and throttle man William Moore are doing a great job this week, put themselves in contention to win the World Championship here in Key West. Three-way battle for the Super Cat 750 World Championships at the start of the race right here. BTM Marine, Nichols Offshore, and JD Byrider on board with Nichols Offshore right now. J.D. Byrider showing the advantage around turn one. These guys won the first day, took a second on the second day, are leading the points for the World Championship for 2007. They did capture the National Championship for 2007 in their 388 Skater powered by CC Performance engines with Weissman #6 drives. Congratulations to Tony Marcantonio and Mark Kowalski, both of Ohio, for capturing this championship. Great start for Team Warpaint, #38 right there. Very strong run for these guys. They spent the season updating and tuning this boat up. Special thanks to Jim Dyke and Kurt Berger for all their hard work, as well as Ron Roman. Heading into turn one, BTM Marine, owned by Bill Mazzoni, throttled by Ben Robertson, Mike Seabold, the driver, #12. Heading into turn one, J.D. Byrider coming in from the outside, holding it down around the corner, Mark Kowalski and Tony Marcantonio. Side-by-side battle on the backstretch between 1 and 2 right now. BTM Marine powered by a pair of 750 horsepower Sterling inboards coupled to the Mercury Racing #6 drive. It is a 40-foot MTI. With the advantage heading into Key West Harbor, J.D. Byrider, 388 Skater leading the way, lap 1 on the final day here in Key West for the 2007 World Championship. Great job. You can see the thousands of spectators lining the piers there in Key West Harbor. Moving past, going past start finish, J.D. Byrider first place in 750 cat. Sponsors include J.D. Byrider Auto Dealership, Tubi Style Exhaust, and Traction Products out of Costa Mesa, California. Tony Marcantonio from Dover, Ohio, the owner and driver. Mark Kowalski from Hickory, Ohio, is the throttle man. Into the harbor turn, J.D. Byrider leading the way. You can see tons of spectators in the spectator fleet here in Key West Harbor. One of the biggest spectator years we can remember as the boats go past Sunset Key right there. Spectator boats galore watching J.D. Byrider pull away from BTM Marine for the World Championship here in Key West 2007. BTM Marine, a 40-foot MTI powered by 750 horsepower Sterling, Mercury #6 drives. Bill Mazzoni, the owner. Mike Seabold at the wheel, Ben Robertson, the throttle man. Two former champion tunnel boat racers in this big offshore cat. BTM Marine has captured the World Championships for the past 3 seasons here in Key West, but right now they are playing second fiddle to J.D. Byrider, who is out front. On board with BTM Marine as they complete their lap, heading into Key West Harbor. Rounding the harbor turn, BTM trying to make up ground on JD Byrider. On board with BTM as they round turn number 2, just behind JD Byrider on lap number 1. Catching a couple bumps right there. Missing a beat, losing the rhythm as JD Byrider pulls away. Heading into Key West Harbor on board BTM Marine. See JD Byrider trimming the motors out to make some R's, get the boat going here out of the corner right here. Battling with BTM Marine for the World Championships. There is JD Byrider coming out of the corner in Key West Harbor. BTM Marine coming on screen now, trying to chase down JD Byrider. Other sponsors aboard BTM Marine include Marine Technology, Latham Marine, Tiger Performance, and BTM Rigging. Great battle on early on here, the final day of racing here in Key West for 2007. JD Byrider leading BTM Marine. Rounding turn one, head to the back leg. BTM Marine, owned by Bill Mazzoni, Ben Robertson, the throttle man, and Mike Siebold at the wheel. Back in third place out there is Nichols Offshore. Paul Boudreau is the new owner and behind the wheel. William Moore is on the throttle man. Nichols Offshore sponsored by Ashton Boat Works, Atlas Boats, Panther Helicopters, and Alive Fate. Paul Boudreau, the new owner from the New Orleans area. William Moore, the throttle man from North Carolina. This boat was the World Championship winner last year in 2006 in the OSS 750 World Championships in Destin. Put together some strong runs, and again this year they are in contention for the World Championship here in Key West. The deal put together very quickly to race this boat here in Key West, and you guys are doing a great job. First time together. Nichols Offshore, Paul Boudreau at the wheel, William Moore on the stick. Coming into Key West Harbor in third place in the Supercat 750 class. On board with Nichols Offshore, heading into the harbor turn. Currently third place in the 750 class. 40-foot MTI with big Sterling Power BTM surface drives and the rudder steering. William Moore on the throttle, Paul Boudreau at the wheel. Out the front of the boat, heading on the backstretch right now from 122 and making the left-hander heading into Key West Harbor. Swinging it around the corner there, trying to get into clean water. Getting ready to head past the point of Key West Harbor here at Fort Zachary Taylor, and then by the Mole Pier where the start-finish line is. You can see how close these three 750 boats are. J.D. Byrider and BTM just ahead as they round the harbor turn here. Team Nichols making up some ground quickly here. Paul Boudreau at the wheel, doing a great job in his rookie season with William Moore on the throttles, running third place in Super Cat 750 at this point. Great turn for those guys here in the harbor, not missing a beat. Coming down now on number 38, this is Warpaint. Out of New Jersey, Bob Vesper is the owner and driver. Ron Roman is the throttle man. The boat is rigged and maintained by Kurtz Marine Competition Center in New Jersey. Recently undergoing some hull transformations by Jim Dyke at his shop in Ohio. These guys had a great start today here in Key West. Special thanks to team manager Patty Raffa for keeping everything in order with Team Warpaint. Two big Bandit racing engines power Team Warpaint. It is a Michael Peters designed Apache Cat. Runs very strong, and these guys doing a great job for their first appearance of 2007. Great to have them back on the race course. Making their way along the backstretch. Throttle man Ron Roman in the seat here. Already won the World Championship in the Cat Light class. Congratulations go to Ron and Scott Roman of the Motley Crue race team for capturing another championship. Coming into Key West Harbor on board Team Warpaint number 38, Bob Vesper and Ron Roman. Other sponsors for Team Warpaint include Swipe Wipes and Kurtz Competition Marine Center. Looks like Team Warpaint is experiencing some difficulties. Looks like they're going to turn around and head into the infield. Here comes number 113. This is the big MTI Miss Geico Offshore Racing AMF. Scott Begovich is on the throttles. Mark Granite is the driver. John Hagan, the owner. This team running in the Turbine Extreme class. Took the World Championship last week in Destin, Florida for OSS. They're looking to add another World Championship to the repertoire here in Key West. 44-foot Turbine Marine powered MTI BPM surface drives with the rudder steering. Heating up the course right now, motoring along, Team Geico. You see Miss Geico rounding turn number 2, getting ready to head into Key West Harbor. Great shot here of Miss Geico motoring into Key West Harbor. Speeds above 125 miles an hour in front of all the fans there at Fort Zachary Taylor and on the Mole Pier. Thousands upon thousands of spectators here watching Miss Geico heading to capture the World Championship in the Turbine Extreme class. .113, Miss Geico. Mark Granite, the driver. Scott Begovich, the throttle man. John Hagan, the owner. AMF Offshore Racing, Miss Geico.
Five laps complete, you're on the 6th. Let those guys knock it down in front of you. That's great.
Scott Begovich on the right, Mark Granite on the left at the controls of Miss Geico.
All right, baby. Go, baby. We're gonna let him. Come on, baby. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, sugar. All right, this is as close as we've been. You can see that water. Stay right in this shit. Yep. Right in it. Don't move out of it. There you go. He's knocking it down. Keep in it. You're doing great, Scotty. Go, yeah. Go. You got right in this shit.
Looks good. You're reeling them in. You're doing great.
There you go. Come on. Fucking flaming bullshit. Now start veering to the right a little bit.
There, the cockpit cam. You can see the rear view camera right to the right of your screen, right above Mark Granite's hand there. The view out the back of the boat. It's Geico at this point trying to chase down Budweiser Select, doing a great job. Mark Granite at the wheel, Scott Begovich on the throttle. Out the back of Miss Geico, the big turbine-powered MTI spooled up, running strong here at Key West 2007 at the World Championships. Putting the horsepower down to the water, coming out of the corner right there in the harbor turn. Miss Geico on board, Scott Begovich, throttle man, Mark Granite, driver, John Hagan, AMF Offshore Racing, the owner. There you see him moving out right there. Miss Geico hauling the mail towards turn 1 in Key West. Coming down now on number 10, this is G3 Aquamania. In the Superboat Unlimited class, this is a 46-foot skater powered by a pair of big Sterling inboards. Formerly the Budweiser Select and Bacardi Silverboat, now owned by Aquamania, Rick Marola from Alexandria Bay, New York. Greg Rusin from Kingston, Ontario, Canada is the driver. 1,500 horsepower Sterling are the power behind this boat. Harness and a surface drives with the big rudder steering. Propel it on the water along the backstretch here. This boat motoring along, doing a great job right now. So far this week, Aquamania has a second and a third place finish. It is tied for second place with Team CRC. And these guys have done an outstanding job in their first year with this big boat. Aquamania is a large, high-performance marine dealership in Alexandria Bay, New York, and the Thousand Islands. Freeze frame video proud to welcome these guys back to racing. Rick Marola hasn't been around in a few years. Previously raced with the Team Stream, now back with Aquamania G3. There you see him passing all the fans and spectators on the outer mole pier, the Superboat International Support Trailer. Thousands of fans here in Key West Harbor to view all the racing action as Aquamania G3 completes another lap in their quest for the 2007 World Championship. Round in the harbor turn, the big 46-foot skater, no problem at all for these guys. Greg Rusin and Rick Marola doing a great job in number 10 Aquamania G3. Running strong in Superboat Unlimited class. Here comes number 5. This is WHM Motorsports. It is a 40-foot skater powered by a pair of 850 SCI Mercury Racing inboards. The owner and driver is Billy Moff out of Long Island, New York, East Setauket to be exact. Jay Muller on the throttles from Upper Saddle River, New Jersey. This team always a strong runner. Billy Moff celebrating a wedding anniversary here in Key West with wife June. They were married several years ago on the deck of his former race boat. They are back in Key West and running strong here. WHM Motorsports. Jay Muller, the throttle man, is also proprietor of Wicked Custom Marine in Brick, New Jersey, home for all your marine performance needs. Coming into Key West Harbor, running in the Superboat Unlimited class, WHM Motorsports, number 5, Mercury-powered 40-foot skater. Into the harbor turn with WHM Motorsports. Here comes the leader overall. This is number 11, David Scott's Budweiser Select. 50-foot Mystic Cat, big 1,550 horsepower Sterling inboards, hooked up to a pair of Trimax surface drives. Latham rudder steering on the back of this boat. Number 11 has been untouchable all week long. John Tomlinson from TNT Custom Marine rigs and maintains Budweiser Select on the throttles, putting the boat out front all week long. These guys have put together an amazing show for all the fans this week. Dave Scott and his Naughty Boats has done a great job representing Budweiser Select here at the 2007 Superboat International World Championship. These guys are motoring their way forward to capture another World Championship for Dave Scott. Number 11 Budweiser Select taking the long way around the course, giving plenty of room as they go past WHM Motorsports. Great shot here of Budweiser Select number 11. Making their way past Sunset Key as they head out of Key West Harbor to lead another lap in the Superboat Unlimited class. These guys put together 2 strong first place finishes so far this week. They are out front right now and looking to capture the checkered flag for another world championship here in Key West. Budweiser Select, owned and driven by David Scott out of Edwardsville, Illinois. John Tomlinson from Aventura, Florida is the throttle man. Big 50-foot Mystic Cat, Sterling Power. Heading into turn 1. Right now, rounding turn 1 onto the back leg. There is J.D. Byrider leading the way around in the Supercat 750 class. Really running loose right now on the backstretch, trying to capture the World Championship for owner Tony Marcantonio. Throttleman Mark Kowalski, this is number 45. It is a 388 Douglas Marine skater, powered by a pair of CC Performance engines, coupled to the Weissman number 6 drives. J.D. Byrider, a chain of auto dealerships throughout the U.S. Other sponsors include Traction Products in Costa Mesa, California, and Tubi Style Exhaust. These guys leading the way around with 2 strong finishes earlier in the week. They are in front right now and looking to capture the World Championship for 2007. Congratulations goes out to J.D. Byrider for capturing the National Championship and will wear the coveted US 1 title in 2008 for winning the National Championship in 2007. There you can see J.D. Byrider getting ready to go by WHM Motorsports in the harbor turn right there. J.D. Byrider in the Cat 750 class. Very strong run for these guys. They battled early on with BTM Marine and Nichols Offshore, but out front right now, looking to capture the World Championship. You can see they've opened up a pretty good lead on the other 750 boats, still not in the picture. That is Miss Geico in the Turbine Extreme class with throttle man Scott Begovich and driver Mark Granite. Miss Geico 44 MTI, powered by Turbine Marine Lycoming turbine engine, coupled to BPM surface drives. The boat is owned by AMF Offshore Racing and John Hagan. Miss Geico running in the Turbine Extreme class, looking to capture the World Championship, another World Championship for AMF Offshore Racing and Miss Geico, Geico Insurance. You can see a little bit of backfiring right there. The flames shooting out of Miss Geico. They appear to be having a little bit of problem here late in the race in Key West. but still running and gunning for another championship for Miss Geico. Here you see comes Nichols Offshore battling their way up in the Cat 750 class. Apparently they've made their way past BTM Marine. Paul Boudreau at the wheel and William Moore on the throttle. Nichols Offshore in second place in the Cat 750 class as they go by the turbine MTI of Miss Geico. Miss Geico coming through Key West Harbor to complete another lap. Shooting flames for all the fans on shore there. Thousands of fans lined the Key West Harbor to see the boats every year. A great event. Over 25 years of racing excitement in Key West. Freeze frame video. Proud to be part of it again, yet again, for 2007. Going past the Ocean Key House and the Pier House there, making their way into the harbor turn. Miss Geico AMF Offshore Racing. We're going to go again with number 57. This is Nichols Offshore, running second place in the Super Cat 750 class. Driver Paul Boudreau, new to offshore racing in the cockpit, doing a great job behind the wheel. Veteran throttleman William Moore on the throttle. Live Bait is another sponsor aboard Nichols, as is Ashton Boatworks, Atlas Boats, Panther Helicopter, Brett Robinson Realty, Nichols Offshore, big Sterling Power, motoring the boat along right here, zooming in right into the cockpit there. You can see William Moore and Paul Boudreau doing a great job. Team Chili Dog at work, Nichols Offshore. You can see the forward and rear freeze frame video onboard cameras right there. Zooming in, these guys motoring on the front stretch of the race course towards turn one. Made up a lot of ground, started off in third, made their way past BTM Marine. Had a couple of great runs this week. Welcome to Offshore Racing to Paul Boudreau from Freeze Frame Video. Nice job on the throttles there by William Moore. No problem at all for these guys, running strong in the Cat 750 class. Motoring along, getting ready to go around turn two, head back into Key West Harbor, trying to chase down J.D. Byrider at this point, but doing a great job. Second place, number 57, Nichols Offshore. Into Key West Harbor to complete another lap. Right by Mallory Square, world famous Mallory Square. Where do you go to watch the sunset in Key West, heading into the harbor turn? Back on BTM Marine. These guys started very strong early in the race. Took the win on Friday, but seem to be dropping off the pace a little bit right now. Number 12 is BTM Marine. Ben Robertson on the throttle. Mike Siebold at the wheel. The boat is owned by Bill Mazzoni and BTM Marine. 40-foot Sterling-powered MTI. Mercury number 6 drive. The boat based out of Delray Beach, Florida, is the world champion for the past 3 seasons. Other sponsors include Latham Marine, Lucas Oil, MTI, Tiger Marine, and BTM. Motoring across the backstretch. This big MTI eating this bumpy water up. Number 12 running very strong. Ben Robertson and Mike Siebold in Bill Mazzoni's BTM Marine number 12. Right now, third place in the Cat 750 class behind J.D. Byrider and Nichols Offshore. BTM Marine. Into Key West Harbor, completing another lap. On board with J.D. Byrider. Leaders in the Cat 750 class looking for a world championship here in 2007 to go with their 2007 national championship. J.D. Byrider will be U.S. 1. willing to bet. The communication right there was whether they had counted the right amount of laps or not. But J.D. Byrider is your world champion for 2007, as well as the national championship. Big congratulations to Tony Marcantonio and Mark Kowalski for putting together a great season in their 388 skater. CC Performance Engines powered this team to a world and national championship in 2007 with their Weissman Surface number 6 drives. Great racing action here. 9 races in Key West for this week-long event. Freeze Frame Video is proud to bring all the racing fans and racers all the action. Check out all 9 videos to capture all the excitement from 2007 Key West. BTM Marine with a strong finish there, finishing up in 3rd place on this, the final day here in Key West for the 2007 SBI APBA UIM World Championships. We go on board with Nichols at their finish of the race. Paul Boudreau and William Moore finishing up 2nd place in the final race here in Key West. And there you have it. That is the conclusion of the 2007 Superboat International APBA UIM World Championships from Key West. Over 25 years of racing excitement here in Key West. Freeze Frame Video, proud to be part of it. Very special thanks for another year with our pilot, Russell Kilpatrick. We couldn't capture this action without him. Also special thanks to Roxy Hanna for her in-helicopter support in capturing all of this week's action. Freeze Frame Video looks forward to next season as the Offshore saga continues on. We'll see everybody at the first race of the season in 2008. Hope everybody has a great winter and holiday season. In the Superboat Unlimited category, on this final day, Budweiser Select took the checkered flag. Aquamania G3 and their 46-foot skater finished in 2nd. WHM Motorsports brought home the 3rd place finish. Overall, Budweiser Select finishes with a perfect score of 1,000 points, winning all 3 days. Congratulations to Dave Scott. Aquamania G3 finished up 2nd place as Team CRC from Washington State comes home 3rd. Number 11, Budweiser Select. Congratulations to the Anheuser-Busch family, Dave Scott and John Tomlinson, for capturing the World Championships with their Sterling-powered 50-foot Mystic. In the Cat 750 class, J.D. Byrider took another checker flag on the final day. Nichols Offshore with Paul Boudreau and William Moore finished second. BTM Marine finishes in third for owner Bill Mazzoni. The overall points in the Cat 750 class show J.D. Byrider winning the World Championships with 975 points. Nichols Offshore put together a great week of racing for the rookie team of Paul Boudreau and William Moore, the veteran throttle man, and BTM finishes in third. Congratulations go to the number 45 team of J.D. Byrider, of Tony Marcatoni and Mark Kowalski, for capturing the World Championship as well as the National Championship of 2007. Miss Geico AMF was the winner today in the Turbine Extreme class. The overall winner of the Turbine class, Miss Geico AMF, Scott Begovich and Mark Granite. Congratulations go to the entire 113 team of Miss Geico AMF Offshore Racing. John Hagan, the owner, was instrumental in providing great racing action all year long for many teams. Freeze Frame Video, proud to be part of all the racing action. We hope everyone has a great winter. We look forward to seeing everyone in 2008. Thank you from Cape Coral, Florida. We'll see you soon.